All right, bring them in, boys. Welcome back to Sunday Chirps, episode 17. We've got a good one today. Going to go through the free agency, got a ton of draft, hot takes, picks, you name it. Before we jump into it, what have you boys been up to? Max, start us off. What you been up to?
Just hanging out with the boys. Not much. We went to the Brooklyn Mirage the last week. A lot of fun. We saw a bunch of house music, like I don't know, people like Biscuits and Sunny Fedora. It was a lot of fun. There were thousands of people there. A lot. Yeah, it was just amazing. One of the best experiences I've had. Excited to do it again. And tonight we have a booze cruise with basically our entire town. So we'll see how
Wait,
this goes.
let me understand that. The name of these DJs was Biscuits and Sunny Fedora.
And Lee Foss was one of them too.
What are these names? Like, is this cool? Does that I
I
sound
guess
like the
so.
oldest
Honestly,
person ever?
it's like a cool name. Like you can remember it easily. Like Biscuits, like so simple.
Is he from the South?
He's from like Australia probably or Britain. I'm guessing.
Gotcha.
Alright.
Well, like next guy's like what, fish and chips? Like,
Yeah.
regardless, Kenny, what
Like
you
the
been up
next,
to? Oh,
like
go
the
ahead.
next one we're gonna see is like Fisher. Like his name is that.
Yeah, these names I know Fish Rafter. That's the only one I've heard of, but still, like, all these names are just like I don't know. Like,
So
I don't get it.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I've just been working, and now last night one of my buddies was in town that I haven't seen in a while. So we, decided to get a couple beers, and then that turns into double digits and turns into 1 a.m. So the kids may be a liability on this podcast a little bit, but we're gonna do our best. But a lot of
Love
fun.
it.
We went to the marsh walk where I brought you, Jared, and then one of our other buddies hit us up saying he was at Hot Fish with a bunch of other people, which is like a different like kind of bar. So
Gotcha.
we were down there, and yeah, it's a blur from there.
Oh yeah.
It was fun though.
I'm trying to even think. What was our last when we recorded our last podcast? It's been like almost like 2 weeks, I think.
Yeah.
Where was I? Was I in New York at the time? No.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
Yeah,
was
you
in New
were.
York.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
I've been all over.
Where are you
Uh,
now? You're in Florida.
yeah, I'm in Florida right now. But yeah, there's like I don't know if you can see. There's like a bunch of boxes and shit behind me. Was
waiting to
packing
get
shit
approved.
up. What do you say?
So we're waiting to get approved. They better
Seriously.
gonna be fucking blowing up their phone again soon.
And then what's called? Oh, I started the new job, and they sent me like monitors. So I have like these big boxes from the monitors, and like I don't even know what to do with all these boxes at this point. But
You just
Nah.
send them here so you don't have to take up the room in the car.
yeah, no, I'm just in like I packed up like, a lot of clothes, so I'll probably do that. I gotta sell my bed and shit, but figure it out. I actually was
Yeah.
just outside before, and I don't know if I was bugging, but there was like a squirrel like just playing in the palm trees, and I swear at one point it was going like branch to branch and like just like was perched on a branch and its balls were resting on like this little branch. I swear.
Yeah.
Bro, they
And like, what'd you say?
Yeah. You ever see these coon squirrels down here? Like, they're like mixes of like fucking raccoons and squirrels, and they're like big, and their nuts just hang, dude. It's like fucking crazy. Like black and gray. They're like only on golf courses too. It's hilarious. It's awesome.
That's crazy.
We call them coon squirrels. I don't know if they're actually called that or not. But
Gotcha. Yeah, you're probably treading in
Crazy.
some close waters there.
I'll take it, I guess. Right?
But what I was gonna say is I gotta have my next door neighbor on, my buddy Matt. He actually is from Long Island too, but he was telling me how Mike Grinelli from Spin Chiclets, like his best friend lives in our building, and my friend Matt's friendly with him, and every time the Chiclets guys come down to Fort Lauderdale, which now the cats are not bad, they come down a lot,
Yeah.
and they always go up and hang out like in our building. And so Mike Grinelli's buddy had texted like my buddy Matt. It's like, yo, pull up, like whatever, like Barkley's here, like Chiclets are here, whatever. Like, so just what? Charles Barkley's just casually just coming through the building and shit. I'll have him tell a story when he comes on maybe next week. But I was like, he was like, oh, I was in Daytona. I was like so tight. He's like, how often do you get invited to like go chill with like the Chicklets guys, the
Yeah,
fucking
that's
Charles
crazy.
Barkley? Yeah, but no, I mean we could kind of jump into it. You guys been golfing at all recently?
I did.
Yeah.
How'd you play?
Me and Roy beat Caleb and Dean. Great one. I
Oh
had
yeah,
a couple really good chips, like right on the green. Like didn't even have to putt.
nice.
Solid day.
I
How'd you
played
play yesterday,
yesterday.
Kenny?
Yeah. Me and my buddy played. I played. I think it was like a 47 on the front, and then we decided to do a scramble, and we ended up 2 over on the back nine, which we set our line at 3.5, and we beat it, so we're happy with that.
Hell
Good for
yeah.
you.
Yeah, it's fun.
I
Though.
think I was gonna say, well, I played last time I golfed was in Myrtle Beach area, and I was like all over the place.
Yeah,
I couldn't figure it out. Like my driver was so horrible.
it's so
Really? I feel like that's your most consistent club right there.
I couldn't hit it. My mid range was unreal though. Like I don't think like I could have. It could my game could have been either like scratch or 100 that day, depending on my mid game.
no,
And 150 and in, I was like almost making shots from 150, 160. I ended up shooting 4 over, so 76. I mean, you're not going to complain about that, but
No, you're not.
I think I had to take I hit at least 2 or 3 tee shots OB or hazard, and I just got up and down or like nearly made them. And just, I think on the back nine, I made only one par, and I shot like 3 over on the back. I made like 4 birdies and like 4 bogeys, I think, which
Where'd you play?
just
When you
makes
were
no
here?
sense.
Just all over the place, yeah.
Seriously, but
Where did you play when you were here?
international.
Oh yeah, we played Myrtlewood. It's called. For sure.
Nice.
Like
I
right
might
on.
actually go play today. After this, we'll see. It's so fucking hot though.
Yeah,
tough.
it's gotta be hot.
I'm gonna look at the temperature right now. I'm sure you guys will be shocked by how hot it is. It
96.
is 95. That's a good
Yeah,
guess.
yeah.
It says feels like 105. That is tough.
Yeah, that's like 100% humidity.
No, it's only 60 right now, which is low.
Wow, that's shocking.
But let's get it through. Yeah, get through a few laundry list items before we jump into the meat and bones, meat and potatoes. Tennessee State, which is an HBCU, they're actually getting a hockey team this year. Binghamton's going D1 next year, which I thought was pretty cool.
That is cool.
What else was there? Connor Bedard and Fantilli signed those contracts. That was pretty cool to see. And I think Bedard had a co-sign with his dad because he's not of age. think that's what happened.
Mm.
In the football world, I don't know, Max, you saw the Giants sign Cole Beasley and James Robinson.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
Cool. It's just debt signings. I'm really sad that we didn't sign Barkley. But
Yeah.
I mean, the running back market is absolutely ruined right now for everyone. So no one is safe. And like guys like Tony Pollard and Dalvin Cook aren't getting paid. We really should. I mean, they're great like running backs.
It's so
But,
hard though to sign a running back because they're just
the
so
injuries.
disposable. Yeah. And I feel like there's great, and then everyone else is kind of like, as long as you're not fumbling the ball, like you're decent. Like,
Average. Yeah, there's just average running backs. Like there's
so
you can blame Le'Veon Bell for this.
seriously. And then DeAndre Hopkins to the Titans. Does
Yeah.
that change anything?
Good for fantasy, I guess. For Derrick Henry.
Yeah.
That's a good one too. I mean, that's probably a top 5 running back and a top 5 wide
Yeah.
receiver.
Yeah. Gonna be good. I think they'll be good this year. I think they'll be more competitive than they were.
Yeah. And then in the golf world, there was protests at Sabana Golf Course in the Hamptons
Oh
over some
my
climate
God.
change stuff. Do you see that?
Did you see that? That was the cringiest thing I've ever seen.
They're stupid.
These,
In my opinion, those people are a little.
yeah.
In a nice way.
I think it's a cry for attention.
Go clean up a beach or something. Go do something that's actually, But
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't
And
know.
then we haven't talked about. This has been a few episodes that we just keep forgetting to bring it up. Ricky Fowler is fucking back. He's so back, and he might be in the Ryder Cup team.
Yeah,
That'd be fucking electric.
that would
And
be.
and who might not be on the Ryder Cup team is Justin Thomas. He needs to get his shit together,
Yeah,
but I don't know.
And he might not be in the FedEx Cup, right? Justin
But he
Thomas,
has
he's
to
like
like
on
he
the
has to
edge,
win. He's
or
not
he
in
has
the
to come
FedEx Cup
close.
playoffs.
Yeah, because
He
it's
needs
top
to make
70, right?
cuts. 75, I think. But I don't know. He does
Yeah,
not look good this
he's
year.
he needs to pick it up. He
that's the
needs to
thing
change the
about
swing or something.
Yeah. Scheffler though is just he's I think if he makes a top 15 finish this week at the British Open, he'll tie Tiger Woods' record of I think 18 straight top 15s, which is absurd.
that's insane.
He's a
Um
machine. He's
and
actually like a
then
robot. Like
Yeah,
when you watch his swing, it's like the same thing every time. Like it's insane.
but it's so untraditional too, which is crazy.
I know.
And then going forward, we have what was I say? Oh, the ACC Century Championship. That is such an underrated tournament. The celebrity at Tahoe,
mm,
they have like all these like NFL, NHL, all these pro athletes.
Steph
Really
Yeah.
underrated. And Steph Curry. Let me
too.
tell you something. He was outstanding.
He's a golfer.
Gotta
He's a golfer. That's-
gotta
no.
have the greatest hand-eye coordination of all time. Like easily.
Yeah, it was him and Joe Pavelski. They were battling
Yeah, I
it out for
know.
the most part.
And Kaloran too.
Yeah, and then Killorn's a stick too. Um, that hole in one, like I mean, come on. Of all people, I mean that's just a deep three for Steph.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
And the
Um,
celebration was sick.
Mhm.
How
And
he
I think
ran.
yeah, and even more, well, not even more crazy, but that eagle putt to win the tournament, that's
That's
I don't I don't even know how to explain that, but that was unreal.
And he like walked it in, kind of, right?
You think
Is that when he walked in?
Yeah, you like shook hands like with like still like a
Yeah.
couple feet left.
Oh,
Stupid. What are you saying,
you
Brent?
think you think he could compete with like PGA players?
No.
no way. But still,
If he quit basketball and trained for the next 2 years, 3 years, maybe. But he's a far cry away. Like what the PGA players are doing, like Steph Curry can't drive that far. I think he's probably
Yeah.
hitting it like similar to like us, probably like like or similar to like the average player, not average, but he's not hitting it. Like
not
pro
even-
players hit it so far, it's crazy. And then his like he doesn't have the touch. Like he just needs more practice. He could, I think, make the tour if he wanted to, but it wouldn't be. He couldn't do that and basketball. It'd have to be one or the other.
Yeah.
That's the
It would
simple
be.
answer. And then other stuff. Rory won the Scottish Genesis Open or the Genesis Scottish Open last week, and it's British Open week. It's the fourth major, and it's already the final major. What is it? July 21st or something? July 20th, and it's
Yeah.
already the last major of the year, which sucks. And I don't even know what's gonna happen with the PGA Tour. It's so wild with the live and everything,
Mhm.
We will see.
but
Gonna be a good off season, right?
I have no idea what's gonna happen.
I mean, they gotta combine, right?
Yeah, I mean,
It's
the
no.
PGA Tour can't afford to keep doing the lawyer fees and the legal fees, so it made sense to the PGA Tour. But I mean, the four biggest events in golf are the Masters, the British Open, the U.S. Open, and the PGA Championship, and none of those are owned by the PGA Tour, which I think is
Mhm.
wild. Like no one, like everyone's like, oh, the Masters, PGA Tour, they have nothing to do with each other. That's owned by Augusta National,
Yeah.
and like the PGA Championship is owned by PGA of America, which is not the PGA Tour. U.S. Open, USGA, and then the British Open is whatever. I think the European, whatever. But none of them are owned by the PGA Tour, which I think is just like wild because like your average golfer wouldn't think about that or average fan. So
Yeah.
like their biggest events probably like the Players Championship or Riviera, which are big events, but nothing like
Nothing's in
the
there.
majors.
Yeah.
But yeah, major week. Let's dive into some hockey. We're 15 minutes in. Haven't mentioned any hockey, so I think it's a great time to really just dive into that.
Well, you had the golfers and the hockey players in the golf tournament.
Oh yeah,
Mentioned a
it's
little
true.
bit.
Joe Pavelski's a stick, but look, let's dive into it. Let's start with the Ducks. Get them done early and often. And speaking of, you brought up Killorn. Killorn to the Ducks on a 4-year deal. What do we think about that?
That's good for them.
Yeah.
They definitely need some more.
Oh, what do we think about taking Leo Carlson over Fantilli? I think we dove into this a bit. What do you guys think about that?
You want to start,
What?
Kenny? Leo Carlson over Fantilli. I thought it was shocking that they did it.
We talked a little bit about that last time, didn't we?
Yeah. I think the big
Yeah.
thing for them is they want to see like Fantilli's kind of fully grown.
Yeah.
And first of all, by no means, like I think either way they would have been good. But Leo Carlson is just kind of like, I don't know if you've seen him, but he's kind of baby face. Like
Yeah.
he's gonna grow more. He's I don't like Fantilli's a really good player, but he's kind of like a Zegras almost or a McTavish, where I
Yeah.
think they wanted more of a. I think they see Leo Carson as like an Anze Kopitar or a Bergeron, where he's not going to put up 100 points, but he's going to put in like 70 points and kind of be a two-way forward. And I think that adds like back end depth, which they're lacking. So I actually looking at it now, I kind of like it. But I think you're good either way. I mean, you can't go wrong.
It can't be bad.
Fantilli's great.
Yeah,
I mean, he scored a Michigan in their development camp. I
I
mean,
know.
the guy has so much confidence right now.
Just to do that, like just to even try that in the fucking training camp is nuts.
Seriously. And then we got they signed Gudis. I think that's a great signing. As a
Yeah, it's a good
fucking
one.
mutant out there. And they had a few other signings. They got rid of I don't know. I think Zegras is an RFA right now.
Yeah, but he's gonna resign.
Yeah,
That one's
same
gonna
with,
match.
yeah. What do you think he's gonna get? He's got to get a fat one, right?
I don't think not yet. I think he probably will get a bridge deal, and then the next one will probably be a fat one.
Yeah.
So what are you thinking? Like a 3x5?
Yeah, maybe even less, like 3x3.
Cole
Like what
Caulfield got.
Lafreniere is about to get something like that too.
Yeah, but Lafreniere hasn't proven anything. Zegras is their
Yeah.
best player. Like Caulfield got what, a 7x7.5 or something. I think Zegras gets. I think he gets a long term. I think they're locking him up. I think they give him an 8x8.5 or 8x8. That's what I think.
They
And
could,
they
yeah.
should have bank on him being good.
I mean, he will be good. We've seen it. He's got probably the best hands in this league since Kane.
Yeah. Did I tell you that my buddy, actually my little in the fraternity, he used to play against Zegras growing up in like high school hockey.
That's
And
probably not fun.
Yeah.
they used to beat Zegras' team because Zegras is like, he would just play the high school for shits. And his high school team was fucking a bunch of Muppets out there. It was just like,
It sucks. Why would you even play then if you're him? I would just play AAA then or something.
well, he's, I don't know, maybe he was home, whatever, but he
yeah,
said
just for fucks, for the fun of
they
it.
beat him, I want to say like 9-8, I think. They beat Zegras' team, and I think Zegras had all 8.
Yeah, that's right. That's great.
So, just a little funny little tidbit. I was just like looking at the UFAs out of the Ducks, and it's like all like players that played in the Rangers for us growing up. You got like John Moore, Kevin Shattenkirk, Michael Delzato.
Yeah,
I thought that's just funny.
Shatty.
Shaddy's going to fucking Boston. What is he now? Like
Mm.
he's got to be like
Almost 40.
38, right?
Yeah, he's
Something
almost
like that.
40.
I don't know. Yeah.
All right, I think that's enough Duck talk.
And
they actually have,
they
Go
got
ahead.
to extend Troy Terry too. Also,
yeah, they do.
Mm.
And they have good depth. They have like some of the best centers in the league. I think like down the line, like not at the moment, but like future, like Zegras, McTavish, Leo Carlson, and they had one more too. I can't think of, but great depth for the future. I don't think they're a playoff team next year, but Uh, I think they could be maybe 4 years or
Henrique
so.
is up there. Adam Henrique.
It's a good call. So who's an addition you'd like to see them make?
Someone young probably, and you would probably want to
Yeah.
see them like get rid of the Strome, like because they have McTavish could play like second line center. It's probably like one of their young prospects. I mean, you'd love to see Leo
Yeah,
Carlson be able to come up by this year at some point.
I bet he will. He's definitely playing
Yeah.
this year. There's no way. Even like a third line center role, I think he's playing.
They don't think we're gonna be a playoff team. Then it's like, what's to lose? Get him some experience up there,
No, they definitely are.
Yeah, I don't think they're a playoff team,
Yeah. Or aren't.
but are not.
Not.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's what I say.
But I think we jump. Let's go to the Yotes. And I guess like really quick to go back, I don't think they send any like they don't make any big trades because I don't think they're gonna be like even a fringe playoff team. Like I don't think they're anywhere near right now. So I don't think go and send your players out and risk a bunch of players uh for a what do you call it, like a rental. It's not worth it. Um, can you hear me still?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I think the Wi-Fi is shit right now, but we're fine. All right, going for the Coyotes. They're wheeling and dealing right now. Are the Coyotes in any way, shape, or form a fringe playoff team?
I don't think
They
so.
had a good off season.
Are they
Yeah.
staying in Arizona?
Yeah, right.
I guess so. For the time being, yes. They have to.
Yeah, I mean, they made a bunch. I didn't even realize they signed all these players. Michelli, Kirkland, Galchenyuk, Alex Dermott, Kerfoot, like
Yeah,
Jukestan
Kerfoot
and
was a big
Zucker.
one.
Yeah, I mean that team is. I think Michelli is one of the most underrated players in the NHL. He's gonna be so good. He was a rookie, I think, last year. He's gonna be. I want to say. I would say, like a veteran comparison. I can't think of one, but really solid player. Who do the Coyotes have in net right now?
They have
Not sure.
Do they trade?
Connor Ingram and Carl Vejmelka.
Oh, Vejmelka's a really solid goalie, actually. And Ingram's decent, but I mean, yeah, that team. They've got a long stretch ahead of them, unfortunately, for Coyotes
they do.
fans. Well, actually, I don't know if they do in Arizona, but they definitely are. I wouldn't even say that they're fringe playoff.
No, I don't think they're even on the fringe.
Oh, and they inked what's his name? Didn't they lock up Clayton Keller?
That'd be nice if they did.
I think they did. Let me double check. But him, I think he might be the most underrated player in the NHL.
Definitely.
Yeah, he's definitely up there as one of them. He needs to get the hell out of Arizona.
Yeah.
Oh, they need to figure it out. Like, oh no, he's locked up there for a while. I'm bugging. He signed an 8x7
Damn.
like 2 years ago.
Damn, and they stole him. That's a solid deal.
7-1 for the next till 2029 is a
And he's
steal.
now entering his prime.
Yeah,
Works for him right now. Hopefully they figure it out for him.
it is what
They
it is.
build around them.
Yeah.
Let's jump. I mean, we could briefly talk on the Bruins. Look, I've been pretty passionate about selling them. I think I was listening to Nate Thompson talk on the Empty Netters, and he was talking about the Bruins not going to be terrible next year, and he was saying that like I think it could be different. Like if Bergie and Krejci come back for a little reunion, they could be, I think, a playoff team, a low end wild card. But they keep signing older and older. The young players are not as young. Like even like McAvoy now is what, like 26 almost.
Yeah, but he's like entering. I would say he's
His
still in
prime.
his prime.
100%.
Yeah.
But they got rid of a lot of D around him. I mean, they got rid of Orlov. They got rid of who else is there? On D. I mean, they got rid of Bertuzzi, not on D, but that was a huge like miss not signing him. And then they just got older, like Shattenkirk. Like he's gonna be what, number 5 or number 6? But even still, he's old. Bogquist is old. Ben Riebsak's old. They signed Lucic. Like what? Like what are they trying to relive? Like 2011, like prime
Yeah.
NHL. I don't know. I
Yeah,
just think that team is gonna be. I think mid.
I just can't see how the center depth is gonna work with Zaka, Coyle, Geeky. Like I just don't see it.
Yeah, that's so weak. That's
Yeah.
like third line centers across the league.
Mhm.
No, and no offense to them, but like, and I think they should trade Swayman. It's probably a hot take, but like, look, you
No,
don't
they
need
should.
to
Isn't he an
start.
RFA though? So like they're literally about to lose him anyway.
Yeah, but they could just do a sign and trade. That's what everyone's doing nowadays. Sign and trade
Yeah,
them.
it's true.
Sign him to what, a 4x5? That's like a steal of a contract. Even a 4x6, and then trade him to like who's a fringe playoff team that could use him? Red Wings.
Arizona.
Arizona's not a fringe playoff team.
They need a goalie though.
No, they have Vejmelka. Vejmelka's nasty. Unless they just sign and trade him, and then they sign and trade unless they trade Vejmelka and get Swayman, but I don't think it's worth them losing like a first round pick on a goalie for a team that's not decent.
Yeah.
I think you sign him to like fuck, I don't even know. I think Red Wings or you know what? Hurricanes could use him. I mean, they just signed Freddie Anderson and Ronta. Those are two like above average goalies, but I think Swayman's kind of a game
Yeah.
breaker.
Yeah, that would be good. They made a lot of good moves
Yeah.
this offseason.
Yeah. But let's jump forward. We got the Sabres playoff team. Can't confirm.
Yeah.
I think they're gonna be good. They actually, speaking of, they grabbed Connor Clifton from the Bruins. That's a great ad. Tyler Yost, that's from what, Colorado? Who else did they grab? Levi's going into his like, I don't know if it's technically his rookie year or second year, but he's gonna be a stud. They got Craig Anderson backing him up, giving him that experience. Trying to think who else. I mean, Tage, you've got what's his name, Tuck.
Yeah.
I mean,
Dylan
Dahlin's
Cousins.
entering his prime. Cousins, like this is a young team that's about to hit their prime, and I think the next 5 years will be playoffs so long as they stay healthy.
Yep. And Devin Levi's got to be good.
Yeah, I love that guy's a weapon. But yeah, any last thoughts on the Sabres before we jump to the Flames?
I'm excited to see them.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
It's going to be a very fun team to watch.
So Flames, everyone wants the fuck out. I don't understand.
Yeah.
Location. No.
I mean, like, I get that, but also, like, dude, you're hockey's indoors. You're the center of attention.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they're building a brand new fucking Saddle Dome.
It's good too.
Say it again?
Edmonton ruined them.
Yeah.
What is that?
Seriously, they just I don't even think Edmonton didn't help, but I think fucking what's his name? Daryl Sutter fucking ruined him. I mean, their whole team left. I don't even know if they're gonna be able to fill the roster. They actually have a Long Island kid there right now. I can't think of his name. That he's a rookie. Shit. Who's the kid on the Flames from Long Island? You know what I'm talking about?
Pinto?
No, he's on Ottawa.
Oh, he's on Ottawa, yeah.
I'll tell you in a sec. Oh, they have Mangiapane. Like, yeah, their teams. I mean, poor Huberdeau.
They have a great roster. It's just that nothing is just working for them.
Honestly,
they got absolutely robbed losing Kachuk. Like they should not have gave him up.
Yeah,
he's too good to like just give up for Huberdeau.
You know what though? Their team. I was like looking through their roster. It is not bad.
No, it's not. But it's
who do
just
they have in net? They make a couple signings. They got a new coach in. They have Markstrom in net. Markstrom's good.
Yeah, Markstrom's great.
I think they go and they grab Dude, their roster they should be a playoff team. Backlund, Blake Coleman, Hubie, Nazem Kadri, Lindholm, like Dryden Hunt, Manjapani, Nick Ritchie. Their defense could use a little padding. Their
And
goalie's
they're gonna
solid.
lose. What's his name? Zadorov, right? Zadorov wants out.
Yeah, I think so. But they still Uyghur. Uyghur's so underrated. Hannafin's
Yeah,
underrated.
Uyghur's really good.
You make a couple additions, I think that team they're legit. If
They
people
are,
want
but
to,
I mean, they were like 2 years ago when they had Johnny Hockey. I mean, they were a 100-point team, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
No, I honestly think they make. I think they're fringe playoff. I think they're a wild card team, no
It just
doubt.
like it doesn't make sense why you went up, why you get 100 points and then blow up the roster and like go get Hubert
It's
out.
because
Like,
of
what's the
coaching.
like? Why though?
Cause
Like, as a
well,
front
no,
office, like you should be like, let's just stay strong here for the next like 3 years and
they
try
didn't
to
want to get
build
rid of
off
Kachuk.
this.
It wasn't
I
Kachuk
know,
wanted
right?
out.
Yeah, but I've been like, suck it up. Like, you're our star now. Like, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if player doesn't want to play for you, the player has the power. Like, I'm like you could maybe you offer him like, hey, like Kachuk, you stay here, you sign a 5 by like 13 million a year. You'd be like, yeah,
Exactly. Give
fuck it.
him give him Panarin money. Like,
Yeah, but the cap's too low. If you sign him for 13 million a
Yeah.
year, I think that's a bad move to sign Panarin for that much. Like you can't fill a roster. Like right now, like the Rangers are lucky that all these players are taking like pay cuts to stay because MSG is the greatest rink in the world. But like, look at Toronto. Nylander is being greedy, which I mean it kind of is, but he also like Austin Matthews got fucking 10 plus million. Marner got like 10 plus million.
he's gonna need it. Well, he hasn't got the
Jonathan
contract yet, Marner.
Yeah, they all got like 10 million, and now like their team is a bunch of like look how Toronto's doing. They're fucking sucking playoffs because their team is 4 players making up 65% of the cap, and then you have a bunch of $1 million mid players filling your second, third, and fourth line.
Yeah,
So
it's a
that's
reality.
why I don't know. That's the truth. That's the short answer. You can't until the
Yeah,
cap raises. You can't do that. Um, but yeah, I think Calgary will figure their shit out. I'm not too worried. They got a new coach coming in. I think a new GM. So they'll figure it out. And I think we jump forward to the Hurricanes. Uh, I think aside from the Metro, I think the Metro used to be the top dogs in the NHL, and I think they're getting overtaken by the Pacific. That division, that Pacific division, is unreal. Um, but speaking of the Hurricanes, they are just loading up. Do you
they
see like
are.
what these moves are doing?
That's crazy.
I mean, I'm scared as like a Rangers fan. They are unreal.
That's what I was gonna say. As an Islanders fan,
Yeah, I mean,
I mean,
they're padding the D. Their forwards are. They need a superstar. That's the last thing. Well, they had. If I think if Pacioretty wouldn't have been hurt, I think they would have been the Stanley Cup
people
final
forget that he
without a
was
doubt.
even on that team. Like, and like all last year, he was on that team. And so, did they just sign
Yeah,
Aho too? Or for a longer
Sign who?
Aho to a long?
I think so. And
yeah.
they grabbed Orlov.
I mean,
They
you
got
want
Mike.
yeah, you want all these Michael Bunting, like all these guys.
That's a huge
They're
addition.
yeah, that's a very underrated one I saw.
Um, I think Orlov's way underrated too. Like you see what he came in and did in Boston. Like he's not gonna do that.
He's an
And
offensive weapon too. Like,
and
I
that
was
D is
like,
me. They're
well,
gonna grab Tony D'Angelo. They're gonna grab, or I think they're gonna re-sign Brent Burns. If they get Eric Carlson, I'll actually fucking lose my mind. But um, yeah, who else is there? They grabbed fuck, what was his name?
and Svechnikov is coming back.
Svechnikov's coming back. They're gonna Shea's still there. He's a great, probably 2 or 3 guy.
Yeah,
Look, I mean, I think instead of having like a one guy like Eric Carlson, you have like I think the Hurricanes have 2 or 3 guys where it's like they're just gonna be weapons out there.
yeah.
They're gonna be a scary team to play against.
They are gonna be very scary.
yeah.
I am not excited for that.
Seriously. But jumping forward, anything last with the Hurricanes before we jump to the Blackhawks?
No, I will see you later, Pine.
Grant, I'll see you later. If we're still on after your haircut, that'll be
Yep,
something.
I'll come
But
back on.
sounds good.
Enjoy, everyone. Have a good one.
Yeah.
Ken, so long.
Peace.
Sweet. And then now we got the Blackhawks. What do we think about this team?
Me and
Did you see the line for Bedard on his stats?
So before you say it, I'm gonna take a little guess because me and my buddy yesterday were who I was golfing with, we were talking about this. I think we said like like a I don't know, like 50 to 70 points ish, something like that.
I think
It's
it
just
is 70 points.
That's what I was thinking. Like it seems like a lot, like it's come hearing that, but
Yeah.
it's tough with the team around him though too. Like I could see him setting a lot of people up, but I just don't like who's going to be the one setting him up. You know.
So I mean, they grabbed Taylor Hall, they grabbed Foligno.
Forgot about so
I think more goals. I think he's gonna grab. I think the over on goals was like 34.5, which is just crazy. But I think that's the most likely one.
Yeah, he is a fucking goal scorer too.
And Sherwood, do you see he's rocking a Sherwood twig?
No way, I did not.
Dude, I think Sherwood swooped him up.
That would be insane. I mean, Sherwood hasn't been relevant in fucking 10 years more.
Matty Tkachuk rocks Sherwood. That's like their only thing keeping them alive right now. But if Bedard signs with Sherwood,
all the kids will be using Sherwood next thing you know.
Dude, they worship this Bedard guy. It's crazy.
Yeah. Which he's a good player to worship. I mean, he's a great player to watch. I mean, to learn from. I mean, you know, he's one of the players that you, as a coach, you show how he plays. He's constantly moving. He's constantly shooting, you know, from every angle, and he makes the people around him better. So I'm very excited to watch him play.
Is there any way he surpasses? I mean, it's a weird comparison, but
yeah,
McDavid as like being a better player.
It's so early to tell, but and out of the last since McDavid's drafts, like since that draft, I think he's the player that would do it. You know, it's just so hard to tell, but he's definitely going to come in and make an immediate impact. He's definitely good enough.
There's some kid in the WHL too that's just tearing it up. I don't even think he's WHL yet, or he might be just like a young like exemption, but he's supposed to be the next like big draft guy, and I think he's 2026 draft eligible, which means he's what? That's when he's 18.
I was about to say that's like
so 2008.
Kid's like
that's fucking crazy.
How old is he? Like 14?
His draft year's 15 probably, and I think he's playing like WHL. His name's Mackenzie something. I don't know what it is.
That's crazy to think though that they're a 15-year-old. They're like he's going to be absolutely disgusting in the NHL. Like that's
yeah.
I don't know.
Seriously. And then let's jump to the Avalanche. The Avalanche made fucking a lot of moves. I was surprised. You see they grabbed Miles Wood from
not listen anything.
From the Devils. He's like a fourth line player, just kind of like you need someone to fight, you have him jump in.
That's what I was gonna say. They've got a lot of skill already between, you know, McKinnon and all their top guys.
Yeah. And I think what's crazy, they like I understand like grabbing like you want a fourth line player to fight, like kind of that Ryan Reeves energy, like who cares? He puts up like 15 points, 20 points, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You want him to defend your McKinnon, your Rantanen, whoever he needs to. Dude, they inked him to a 6-year contract.
At how much a year?
No, I mean not 6 year, $2.5 million a year.
Okay.
But I mean for a fourth line fighter, I love it. I fucking love it.
You just gotta hope he's like, you know. How old is he?
27.
Oh, so that'd be fun. I love
I
it
think it's
too.
just crazy to lock up a fighter for that long.
Mhm. I mean, it shows too. Like you don't have to be this Connor Bedard to make it in the NHL. Like you learn a different role, learn how to win faceoffs, learn how to fight in those corners, and you'll get locked up for 6 years. I've always loved players like that. I think growing up watching Islanders with Zizekas, Martin, and stuff, you get a soft spot for those grinders.
Definitely. And the other thing the Avalanche did, they grabbed Ross Colton from the Lightning. I think that's a great depth add.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cogliano they got for a year. I mean, they have so many like 1 year guys. Like Druin, I think it's a great like. I don't understand how Druin never fit in with like a lot of teams. Like I think he's such a like good player that he just never meshed with like the right team at the right
Yeah.
time.
Weird.
And then looks like they lost Lars Eller, JT Comfort. That sucks.
Yeah.
They lost.
I like Eller.
Who else they lose? They lost Eric Johnson. That's a depth player. Oh, they lost Evan Rodriguez to the to the Panthers. That was a good ad for them.
Mm-hmm.
But
For Florida.
Yeah. No, I mean, look, I think Colorado's gonna be another playoff team. I don't know if they're a number one seed, but they're definitely. I don't think they're a wild card. They're gonna be in the playoffs though, so
Yeah.
they'll be rock solid.
I wouldn't be surprised if they're number one seed.
You think? Who's in that division? Oh yeah, I can actually see them. It's probably either them or Dallas next year, would be my guess.
Yeah. I mean, Dallas is gross too, but Avs have been so good for, they got a veteran team, know what they're doing.
Yeah, McKinnon's a workhorse. I mean, look, they're a special team.
I mean, you got a guy like McKinnon on your team. He's not going to let you guys fail.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, that's all I really have for Colorado. High expectations, expect they'll hit it.
Mm-hmm.
I think we could jump to Dallas. So
Dallas, I haven't heard much.
They actually made a few big signings. Duchesne, huge grab.
Yeah.
Who else is there? I think they grabbed Craig Smith from the Capitals. I feel like I haven't heard of him in a while.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
They grabbed Benoit Pouliot. They did. No, Derek Pouliot. I honestly don't really know much about him. I think he was out of an AHL contract. Maybe he's a depth player, third or fourth liner. I think the big thing is for them like lost fucking Max Domi. He was a big player for them.
Yeah.
And I feel bad just leaving out like the rest of their little additions, but I think those are the big name players, kind of like key ones. Again, I think they're a playoff team. I think they're a top playoff team, and they're a playoff Stanley Cup contender.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think they need to add a little bit more. Like they have such a young, good core. Goaltending, D, forwards. If they were to add one player, I'm trying to think who they should really add. I mean, I think the other thing too is they're gonna get out of these long-term contracts of like Jamie Benn and Sagan soon.
Yeah,
but
I love Jason Robertson too.
He's a weapon.
He's so fun to watch.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. And Ryan Suter too. They'll probably get rid of him soon. Oh, they grabbed Matt Murray. I didn't realize that.
That's big fun. All right. I like that.
Yeah. So, no, I mean, that team's going to be real solid. There's not a whole lot to say. I don't think there's a lot of...
Do you think they're going to have more or less points than last year? What did they... Didn't they break 100 points last year? They were like,
I think they did, but who gives a shit about points? They're going to make the playoffs.
Yeah, you're right. All right. Yeah, they had 108, and then Avs had 109, and then Minnesota had 103. So it was a close top three.
Yeah. But no, I mean, look, they're a playoff team. They're a contender. That's all I really have them. Anything else before we jump to the Wings?
Let's do it.
Stevie Y's plans coming to fruition. This team's gonna be fucking good.
I think so too. Um,
Ton of signings.
what? Yeah.
James Reimer, I didn't realize he went. He's like still relevant in the league. That's a great ad. Ghost Bear, JT Confer, we were talking about. That's a
Yeah.
huge sign,
That's
and they got
huge.
him for 5 years. Um, that's huge. Stevie Y is a legend. Who else? Um, didn't they grab what's
I'm
Domi or
trying to.
something?
I'm trying to
No,
look that up because I don't want to miss it. I know they've done so much.
there's someone I can't think of who they grabbed. Um, who's their big? They had another big signing besides Ghost Bear and JT Confer, like Darren Helm or something. They got Sprong. I saw. Um, shoot, who else? They got Costin from Edmonton. That's a big ad.
Mm,
Um, trying to think. Oh, this is what I was thinking of. Alex Lyon. They grabbed him. Dude, he's gonna be good.
I'm not.
The goalie for they got the Panthers in playoffs.
Oh, the one that. Yep. That is huge. Yeah. He is going to be. I mean,
And
good.
there's someone else too on this Red Wings team, and I can't think of who they just grabbed that I think is gonna be a game breaker. Um, let me look it up. But I think this team, I think they're fringe playoff. I don't know if they're in. Oh, they have Cop still. That's a good one to have. GT Confer. Oh, David Perron. I think that was a good grab they
Mhm.
had. I don't know if they sent him last year. DeBrinket. That's who I fucking was thinking of.
That
They grabbed Alex DeBrinket. That was
that's
huge.
yeah.
And that
Wings
really
do
ties the
that.
offense together.
Yeah. They still have Cat. Red Wings still have 8.1 mil in Cat.
Yeah. And I think,
So
I didn't realize Ghost Bear's from Florida. Did not realize that. He's from Pembroke Pines, which is like 20 minutes from me right now.
oh shit.
But they have
Notable.
Moritz Seider. They have Mata, Gustav Lindstrom, Ghost Bear, Chariot. I don't know how you pronounce it. I think they need to grab another defense or two. And
Yeah, their offense is good right now.
then they have a fringe playoff team or like a wild card team, I think.
Yeah.
I
I
think
like that. I
it's
mean, Detroit has not been really a team to watch these in the recent years. So like I love when they shake up the office a little bit, bring in some new players and see what they can do. It's exciting.
yeah. I'm trying to think. I want to see how much cap space they have.
I thought I just read
Uh
like 8 million.
how much I don't even know how you see where do you even see like
I'm,
cap space, like if I were to look it up.
I'm on some like article right now, but and this was posted yesterday,
Yeah.
July 21st, 2023, and Red Wings still have 8.1 mil in cap, slightly less
Dude.
after they re-signed Joe Volino, whatever.
What if they grab Eric Carlson? That'd be
Oh,
wild.
that would be wild.
That's part of the
That'd be
Stevie
a
Wise
good move
plan.
too.
What do you say?
That would be a good move too because Carlson's one of those guys that can bring offense too, and he's a great defenseman.
Yeah. No, that'd be something. And then if they grab Eric Carlson, I don't know though. Like Eric Carlson he's not he's obviously like unreal player, but I don't feel like he's a team player.
That yeah,
He's kind of like a
Mm,
solo guy.
I don't know. That's locker room talk right there.
I don't know.
Let's see.
I don't think any of us had said that the Red Wings would make the playoffs though in
No,
our previous
did
one.
they make these moves already? The one we I don't know. I just
DeBrincat was not there when we
yeah,
made
I think
that.
it was not there.
But
Um,
yeah, I mean, like I'm trying to think. Like, are there was it 8 teams better than them in the East? Like, I'm still taking the Leafs over them. I'm still taking Panthers,
mm,
Lightning, Rangers, Hurricanes, Islanders, Sabres. Yeah, they're not. I don't.
they're in the heart arguably the hardest division, right? I mean,
Are they Atlantic or Metro?
yeah. Now I'm confused.
I think they're Atlantic, but yeah, I mean, They're gonna be a problem. I think they could be like that Nashville last year, where they were like 1 point away, or Calgary, where they're like 1 or 2 points away.
They're Atlantic. Yeah.
So no, I mean, look, who knows? I feel like a lot of times we say one thing, and like all of a sudden the Rangers next year are an absolute dud. I don't
Yeah.
think that'll happen. Um,
Well, I mean, you see though, like Islanders go to two conference finals, and then
Miss
you don't
playoffs,
make the
or
playoffs. So like, you
yeah,
never know what could happen. But
yeah. I mean, for all we know, the Lightning next year might be god awful. I don't know. And all of a sudden the
doubt
Sabres
it.
are first in the league. Like, who knows?
Yeah, yeah. That's one thing I love about hockey, though. It's like any team can really get in and shit. It's not like basketball where you already know it's between four
Yeah,
teams that are going to be in the finals. Like hockey, there it's a guess. Like it really is a
yeah.
guess.
No, I get that. No, I love that too. Um, oh, Jason Demers, he's a UFA for Oilers. That's who someone the Red Wings should look for
Mm-hmm.
like a little depth on D. But
That's
yeah,
not
let's jump.
good.
Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say I would if I was them, I would definitely go for a defenseman.
Yeah,
There,
but yeah, so
but
Oilers now, what do they need to do? They got to get past the big bad Vegas. I don't even know.
that's tough. I think they can. What moves have they made? I don't even know if they really.
They need to sign Bouchard, which he's gonna want a lot of money. McLeod. They got rid of Costin. They got rid of. I don't even know who else they got rid of. But they got rid of Bajugstan. Um, they they signed Pedersen. They signed Kagula. Um, yeah, Lane Pedersen should be pretty solid. Um, look, I don't even know what moves they need to make.
I
Like, I feel like that team just needs like they don't really need to change anything. Goalie,
no.
they need to
Yeah,
get goalie
who's
depth.
in that for them right now?
They got that rookie who played really well, Stuart Skinner. He played
Yeah,
really well, but I
from
think that's a team that kind of pit. Honestly, a Vejmelka would be a good move if they could grab Vejmelka or Swayman. They grab fucking Swayman,
if
it's
they grab
over.
Swayman, yeah. I mean, that's what. Yeah, that's about all I would do with that team. That team is really good. They just kind of got to get their shit together because
Maybe
they
sign
have
a
the
big man
roster.
on
It's
the
like
fourth
Toronto.
line.
Yeah. Somebody that would, but I don't know. They have the roster to do it. It's like Toronto. It's like on paper they're disgusting, and then
Well, they have
playoff.
the best division in the league, in my opinion. I mean, Vegas, um, Edmonton, LA, who else that division? Seattle's kind of a weapon.
Not bad.
No, no worries. That division's sick, but let's
Yeah,
jump forward. Let's get to the Panthers, the Peas. Um, they're doing so much yet again, which is just crazy. I think they grabbed Mikkola from the Rangers, who's a solid. Uh, he's a solid, maybe like five guy on D. Um, who else did they grab? They grabbed Kulikov. That's a good grab. They grabbed Rodriguez from I think that was Calgary, really good player.
mm.
Ludwig. Uh, who is this? Which Carlson did they grab? They grabbed Mike Riley. They grabbed Lucas Carlson. But he's on a two-way. Yeah, I mean these are all like not great signings. But then they lost Gudas on D. That's fucking
Yeah.
terrible.
That guy's a tank.
They lost Lyon. They lost Mark Stahl.
That's
They haven't signed Eric Stahl yet.
I love Stahl. Mark Stahl.
Yeah. I think they need to trade for Brady Kachuk is what they need to do.
One day I hope to see both, the Kachuk brothers on the same team. I think that would just be unreal.
Yeah. No, I think they will.
Oh yeah.
But no, I mean, as far as the Panthers need to do, I guess hope that Bobrovsky comes back to where he left off.
Yes.
they're paying him a shit ton, and he played like dog shit during the regular season.
Yeah.
Um, what else? Forwards, their forward core is pretty solid. It's their D core which is god awful. I mean, like offensively, Montour is a weapon. Oh, huge ad. I don't know why it's not on this tracker, but Oliver Ekman Larson to the Panthers is a fucking
That's
move.
yeah, that's a big player.
But that's still Oliver Ekman Larson's great. I mean, he's probably more of a two-way D,
Yeah.
but Montour doesn't play defense.
No.
Gudas was a stay-at-home D. Stahl was a stay-at-home D. So now you got to sign some depth D. I mean, you grab Mikko Mikkola, who's a depth D, but probably need another one or two. And Mikko Mikkola's big as fuck.
Yeah. How big is he? He's fucking.
I think he's like 6'7" or 6'6".
Big boy, dude.
I'm not sure. I'm kind of curious. But yeah, I have no idea. Like yet again,
Like a
like
Carlson.
what that
Let's say
teams. Say it again.
Carlson going to them when
Can they afford that even?
probably not. I'm just throwing the name out there.
He's 6'4", by the way, Mikola.
It's a big boy. And then
Yeah.
he takes skates, put him on skates 6'7".
But no, I mean, look, they have to pair some depth. They have a great coach in what is his name? I could picture him, but I can't think of his name right now.
I don't know.
But regardless, he never even played hockey either, which I think is crazy.
That's weird.
But regardless, it's Paul Maurice. Yeah,
Oh,
he's
yeah.
been coaching for a while. But yeah,
Still
let's
weird.
rip through. Say it again.
It's still weird. Like, I don't know how, like, every one of my coaches has always played hockey. So
Yeah.
that's, God knows.
I mean, I guess you see things different if you don't play hockey,
Yeah.
which
That's true.
could be better or worse.
It's worked out for him, I guess, right?
Yeah, not too bad.
Coaching in the NHL now, so.
Let's jump to the Kings. Unless you have anything else for the Panthers.
Nope.
This Kings team, I think they might be my favorite to win the Cup next year.
Really?
Really. They just made some of the biggest signings. They went and they grabbed fucking what's his name? This is not even showing up updated stuff. They grabbed not Dubois. Denault. They grabbed Philip Denault. I'm gonna pull up their team.
Yeah.
This team is so good when I read you the roster. Oh my god. They grabbed I can't even think of it. I think Denault was one of them. Okay, so their centers are Quentin Byfield, Philip Denault. Yeah, Denault's a weapon. They grabbed Pierre-Luc Dubois. He's not a center though.
It's so good.
Kopitar.
Kopitar, yeah, of course.
And then they had to move like I think it was Kemp or Denault, one of them to winger. But I mean, when your top six includes Kopitar, Kemp, Fiala, Luc Dubois, Denault, Byfield, Arvidsson, I mean, that's a special forward. And then their D, they still have like Gavrikov, they got Drew Doughty, Englund, I mean, Mikey Anderson. They've had a bunch of young players that are just really solid. And then Copley and Net, I think they grabbed Talbot. They're just a really solid team.
You think that's your favorite for the Cup? Or a favorite, like, out there? Kind of. Like, that's a...
I don't know if they're my number one favorite, but they're, like, up there. Like, I think...
Did you pick them to make playoffs?
Last year?
No,
Probably.
like, just last...
We only did East last time.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah.
I'm going to pick them. I mean, when we go through today, 100%.
Okay.
Yeah, they'd be like one of my easy locks. I just think like a lot of these names, they're not like the biggest superstar, but like they're quietly like Kemp. Like I feel like he doesn't get talked about enough. 40 goals season. Fiala is a weapon. I just think there's so much depth there.
They just don't really have that one player that'll really like stand out like that. But like you said, depth sometimes will overshadow that. You know,
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to read the lines. That'll give it. Like, I
They-
think Quentin Byfield, he's entering his prime right now. They got him on a great deal. Um, like what I don't understand, like Turcotte is your fourth line. Alex Turcotte is your
yeah,
fourth line, and like Philip Denault, your third line center. He could be a second or even a first line center
yeah,
on a lot of teams.
a lot of teams. Yeah,
Um, and I think just like their top six alone, like Byfield, Fiala, Kopitar,
mm,
Pierre-Luc Dubois, Kemp, and Kaliev are just like sick. And then your third line is Trevor Moore, Philip Denault, and Victor Arvidsson. Like you don't have a superstar, but you have so many stars. That's what I want to like
yeah. I like
harp on.
that.
Look at Seattle. They don't have any superstars, but they have so
No,
many stars.
yeah,
I don't know.
yeah. They have so many like that grinders, pretty much. You know,
Yeah.
the workhorse.
So I think they're gonna be a weapon. Who else do they grab? I mean, I think you throw in like I mean they still have what's his name on the back end, Drew Doughty, who's still rock solid. I think you sign an extra defenseman and you're right there.
I agree. Yeah, it's one of those teams I didn't really think about, but now that you're talking about them like that, they might be in my playoff pick as well. Who else?
They eliminated Edmonton 2 years ago. They lost to Edmonton this year in like I think game 6 or 7.
Mm,
They're
I mean, the division.
yeah, their division's so good.
That's why I'm looking at it right now.
That's their biggest problem. Is like you have to go against the Edmonton and Vegas every year. Like any one of those three teams could win the cup like every year, I feel like.
Yeah, and you're not even talking about Calgary after all the moves they did. You know,
I know.
not sorry,
But
easy to play against. But
yeah, I don't have anything else really. If you want to jump to the Wild, we got a lot of teams to get through still.
yeah, yeah, we can.
But the Wild really haven't done much. They signed Vinny Lettieri. They got rid of Klingberg, which is a big miss. Got rid of Nyquist. Or not got rid of, but they got signed to other teams. Ryan Reeves to Toronto. Sundqvist to St. Louis. I mean,
I thought they just made. I'm sorry.
you thought they what?
I thought they just made like a huge. I could be wrong. I could be thinking somebody else. I thought. I don't know. Never mind. I'm gonna try.
They're kind of like they remind me of Seattle. They just have like a solid team. I don't think it's anything too special.
Yeah.
But Gustafson is really he's trending upwards. You got a solid 6 to start. Oh, they grabbed Patty Maroon. We fucking forgot about that.
That's what I was about to say. I was thinking Victor Hedman, but I was like, it's not Victor Hedman. I don't know why. But yeah, that's a huge pickup for them. I think.
So they traded basically Maroon for Reeves, essentially. Obviously they didn't, but
yeah, but
I think that's a good for them. I mean, Kaprizov's entering his prime. Zuccarello's playing out of his mind. Hartman, Joel Eriksson Ek. Boldy's been out of his mind. He's going to be good. Johansson, Foligno. I think it's a solid team. No superstar. Oh, Kaprizov's kind of a superstar.
Kaprizov, yeah. I mean, what you were seeing now, he's still like.
He's got to be like 23, 24.
You're like 4 now.
I mean, he's going to be a weapon.
Oh my God.
I think this team, I'm trying to think, their division's not as good as Pacific. Last year, it was Colorado, Dallas, Minnesota. Kind of think it'll probably be them again.
Colorado, Minnesota, yeah.
I actually think the only change I think I see from last year in playoffs is going to be, I think it's going to be Colorado, Dallas, Minnesota, Vegas, Edmonton, LA, and then Seattle and one other team gets in. I think it's probably going to be Nashville. And I don't think I'm going to change anything else.
No. And I like Nashville. I think, are we still on? I don't want to jump to Nashville if we're still, or whatever.
But what you like?
I like them. I mean, they've been getting a little shit because they have a young team and they're also getting some older guys, but the
Hmm.
young guys got to learn from somebody, you know.
Yeah. And
But
they were missing like they were like just shy of playoffs,
and
and they were missing Duchenne,
yeah,
Johansson, I think Roman Yossi, like they're three of their best
with
players.
a very young and experienced team, and they just missed playoffs. So I wouldn't be surprised if they make playoffs next year.
Seriously. And then now you've got I think there's just too much variables in the NHL. Like when we were talking about the Wild, like I feel like if Kaprizov gets hurt, I don't know if Wild are
Oh
anywhere near as good as they were.
no, I
Um,
mean
and then there's so many good teams that could step in and just
exactly.
slide in front. But
But I mean, well, I
let's
only
jump to
they go.
oh, you have something else? I would say let's
Nah,
jump to the Habs.
Habs. Okay, let's do it.
Perfect. So this is a sleeper team. I'm not gonna
I
lie.
love them. I do love them. What's
I
his
mean,
name? Go ahead.
they grabbed Elias Anderson, signed him for 1 year.
Yeah,
Harvey Pinard, this guy might be. I mean, I think I said before that the most underrated player is Clayton Keller, but right behind us is Harvey Pinard guy. I've been pumping his tires all last season.
yeah.
Unreal.
I don't know much about him.
He just came in when like Canadians were like they grabbed him from their AHL team. He comes in, he was putting up like a goal per game, just a weapon out there. They grabbed Newhook for 4 years. He's young. I think he played. I want to say he's like his second or third year. He played with Colorado. Won a cup with them. I forget who it was, but I want to say St. Louis knows him or one of the other coaches, and they see that he's me good. They signed him for a 4 year contract. He hasn't really proven himself, but I think he's me good. Um, who else did they?
Um,
Oh, they locked up Cole Caulfield. They signed him by like a 7x7.5 or 7.85. Um,
which is
look,
huge.
I think they're gonna be really fucking solid. Um,
Carey Price and that, not to mention, right? I mean,
he's
right?
retired,
Oh, whoops. Oh yeah, dumbass. Who's in that
but
now? Who they have?
um,
I
I don't
just saw.
even. Let me know who it is. I'm blanking right now who it is.
Yeah, I just established Carey Price with Montreal for so long that
Yeah, I remember he read out Rhinebeck when they the pick, and he just could not pronounce it. Oh, I forget. I mean, honestly, like, no, this team is not a playoff team, but they're getting there. Sean Monahan, they
is
got
it
the young guy drew up.
San
Who's it?
Monteb? I don't know.
Montebault, and then Jake Allen. Yeah, I mean their goaltending needs work.
Yeah,
Um,
swimming.
their D needs work. The only one like I like is fuck Arbor. How do you pronounce his name? Wi-Fi
I don't know. Not know.
Aberchai. I can't pronounce it. He's like it's like his nickname's Wi-Fi. He's a weapon out there. He's probably the best fighter in the NHL right now.
Mm,
Um, look, they're not a playoff team. Their first line's great. Kirby Doc, Nick Suzuki, and Cole Caulfield got some depth, but they're not a playoff team. They'll be a fun team to watch, and they got a good future with St. Louis as coach. But no, they're not a playoff team.
yeah, not quite. Not
Uh,
yet.
so let's jump to the Preds, unless you have anything else.
Nope. The Preds. What?
This team's gonna be fun this year, I
I
think.
like it. O'Reilly is a huge sign. I mean, what, 4 years? But
Yeah,
I like it. He's not too old. I forgot his age, but or
it's like
he's getting up there, but he's still tearing it up, right? I mean, I'm not
yeah,
sure.
no, he's still a weapon.
That's the weapon.
And they
Shen,
grabbed Luke Shen. That's a huge grab.
that's yeah. Look at
They already had a pretty solid core. I know they got rid of who else? I mean Duchenne. I think that was a huge miss. They definitely should have kept him.
yeah.
Did they keep Johansson? No, Johansson I think went somewhere too, right?
No, yeah, I think he's gone.
Yeah, I forget where he went. But I mean, look, they still have good. No, they're they're a very Kraken-esque team, like a bunch of solid players.
Yes.
Their first lines were pretty solid. Nyquist, Ryan O'Reilly, Forsberg.
Mm,
Their D is really, I think, that's the
right.
talk.
Yeah.
Like McDonough, Tyson Berry, Luke Shen, Yossi, Fabro, and Lawson. I think that could be one of the best D cores in the league.
Yeah.
And then UC Saros is a weapon in net. Their
Uh,
forwards, they're going to need to pad some depth there.
yeah.
But
I
I
don't know
think
what
they're a fringe playoff team.
they still have salary cap. I wonder if they have any. But
They have to have some salary
they
cap.
have to. I mean, with what they got rid of and shit.
Oh, and they grabbed Weatherby, too. He's pretty solid.
To a 1 year. Yeah.
So, yeah. I
I
mean,
like
look,
that.
pretty solid team.
Yeah. It's another team where it's on the fence. I mean,
I think they're wild card.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd like to see
But
them though in the playoffs. That building goes crazy in the playoffs.
yeah, we might have to make a roadie out there.
Mm-hmm. I got
But no, I mean, look, they're going to be a fucking weapon out there. I think we jump to the Devils and kind of see what they're about. They're going to be nasty. They're going to be fucking
I mean,
good.
they were good last year. And
Yeah.
no
I mean,
huge off-season plays. No, I mean, a
I
bunch
don't
of
think anything
all
too
like
crazy.
1 or 2 years.
Oh, Toffoli. We didn't talk about that.
I hate this thing's not even. Oh yeah,
Yeah. That, I remember seeing, that was huge. I mean,
I like him.
I'm not going to lie. This team, I'm scared.
Devils, yeah, of course.
Their D is a little bit weak, and that's like their big thing. And their Vanacek was really good in the regular season. Wasn't good in the playoffs. Akira Schmid's kind of stepped up, but they have some depth. I'm not gonna lie. Like their top two lines might be the best two lines in the league.
Yeah, deadly.
So, and their third line's real. They're gonna be a scary team.
Mm-hmm.
They really are. I don't know. There's not really much to say. Didn't do a ton. Don't need to do a ton. Toffoli's a huge ad.
Yeah.
Signed Timo Meyer.
I love watching him too. He's a great player.
Yeah, he's a bastard out there to play against.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't really have anything else for them. I'm pumping their tires. I hate it. But credit's due where credit's due.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I love it.
But yeah, we got your Isles now. What do you think about those bad boys?
Stuff. It's hard to talk
Yeah.
on your own team. But
yeah,
they signed a lot of their own players, which I like. I wish they would have made a move for DeBrincat, but I think they need a star. Their decor is pretty good. With the system they play, D I'm not really worried about. They're good enough to only, get, 2 goals to keep the games low, but
yeah, when you're the best goalie or one of the best goalies in the league, it's not hard.
That's what they're good enough to keep the scoring low in the game, but they still got
to need to score some fucking goals right about now.
And I do like it. I love Engvall. The kid they got from you guys, the Rangers. I think he's gonna have a what was his name?
Which one? I don't even know what you're talking about, actually.
I thought they got somebody from the Rangers, no?
I don't think so. Unless he's like a maybe AHL player. I mean, look, I think this Islanders team. How's Wahlstrom as a player?
I love him. They signed him to another 1 year. Kid's got a fucking rocket of a shot. My buddy Tuck, who I hope to get on soon, he played against them at prep, and he was like, they just put him on in the OV spot.
Gotcha.
And he just rips pucks. I mean, he scores goals. It's just, I think he needs to complete his all-around game. His offense is there. So, I mean, they signed him to 1 more year. And I think also it's one of those players that if he doesn't perform, they can definitely get something for him.
Yeah.
I like that. The only thing don't like it is the Mayfield 7 year, really, to be honest. I
Hmm.
mean, he's good, but I would have 7 years is a long time.
Gotcha. Yeah, I think as like an outsider looking in on the Islanders, I think there's two biggest things. Like, I think their roster's not bad. Like, maybe you could use like a game breaker here or there.
Yeah.
I think the biggest thing for them is they need fucking Bo Horvat needs to score 40 plus goals,
Yes.
and Barzal needs to put up 75 points.
Yes.
And if those things don't happen,
It's
the
not.
Islanders are irrelevant.
Yep. I agree. I agree. Which is very possible. Bull Harvat
They
is
should. They should do that.
or Rosal is just like, they really just got to lock in. I mean, last year it's like testing the waters. It's hard to really base it off because Horvat joined kind of late.
Hmm.
So I'm hoping they, get some chem in this off season. And just got
Yeah.
an email from Waterleaf.
No, 100%. No, I agree. I think what I just said is really the answer. I think they could
Yeah.
totally be a playoff team, and they should be a. I don't know if they're a legit contender, but they could totally be. If they get everything going, they
Yeah.
get the gears turning.
So
They'll be a scary team, and if
I
they
like
don't,
them.
they're gonna be irrelevant.
Yeah, I like them in that wild card spot, like we talked about last time. But I also wouldn't be surprised if they get in that a little higher up. But like you said, what you said has to happen. Otherwise, I wouldn't. It's like I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised at anything. I wouldn't be surprised if they don't make it. To be
Yeah,
honest, and if they don't make playoffs this year, they have to shake that up somehow. They have to do something to shake it up.
yeah. No, I agree. Anything else before we jump to the Rangers?
No, I mean, your Rangers make me jealous. To be honest,
Dude, I couldn't be happier with the signings. I think a lot of people have been kind of like, oh, Blake Wheeler or whatever. I think that's a fucking unreal signing. That might be the best signing yet.
What is it? 1 year?
1 year, 850K. That might be the best signing in the
It's a
NHL.
steal, absolute steal.
And I don't know why everyone's talking down about him. I feel like Blake Wheeler, like he wasn't happy where he was at.
Mm-hmm.
When we grew, I mean, he's older, but I remember growing up thinking he was unreal.
Mm-hmm. Oh my
Last
god!
year,
Yeah. And he
he's
just adds that veteran aspect. Like
yeah.
they've got a lot of vets on that team, so there's really no reason the Rangers shouldn't make a run for it. There's
I
really,
think in the last, like, he's like 0.7 points a game for the last like 10 years.
which is
He had
not.
91 points in back-to-back years, 2017 to 2019. Like,
And then,
he's going to be a weapon.
like you said, he wasn't happy where he's at, and any player who's not happy where he's at, they're not going to perform to their highest. Like
Yeah.
I mean,
No.
if obviously he wants to be with the Rangers if he's signing them, not even $1 million. So
Yeah. Look, I agree. I mean, and the Rangers, like, they're fighting the cap, but I mean, they've made some key signings. They were able to get Miller on for cheap, which is unreal. They're gonna have to sign Laffy.
yeah, what do you think about him? I think
Lafreniere, he needs to have a breakout year this year. Otherwise, it's gonna be bad.
Yeah, I agree. And the same with Kako.
Yeah, I think Kako will. Laffy, I'm a little bit more hesitant on.
Yeah.
But Kako, like, he's been a more physical presence where he should be the skill player, but he's kind of like playing like that 50-point, like, big body, which I don't hate, depending on his contract.
Yeah.
I think the big thing is, like, I think that Blake Wheeler signing, I think Nick Bonino is now our fourth line center, which is sick.
Insane, yeah. Like, come on.
I mean, Pitlick, Nick Bonino, Barclay Goodrow is our fourth line, which that's got to be right there with one of the best fourth lines.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is kind of like the Kraken with a few superstars.
Yeah.
I think if you could throw Patty Kane in or Vladimir Tarasenko, like, that would be unreal. And the only thing is, I don't know where you put these guys because I'm looking at the lines right now.
Yeah.
Like, our fourth line is going to be like Benino, Goudreau, and like Alex Lafreniere because they're
Which
so stacked.
they're all
And
great
on
players.
D, what do you say?
I said they're all great players. Like it's to have that as your fourth line.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. I mean,
And no, I was gonna say on D, they're just so solid. Like Lindgren, Fox,
yeah,
Kendra Miller, Trouba, Gustafson, Braden Schneider, and then the back end, Igor and
yeah.
Quick. I think Quick's a sick signing.
It grew on me because I like Quick, the veteran. He's been there, and then you got he's gonna teach Shesterkin a lot. I think another 1 year,
Yeah,
which I think is good. Signing him to 1 year.
and he's going home. He's excited to be in MSG.
Exactly. Just got to know his role. He's not that number one goalie. He's there. He's got to really like teach Shesterkin, which I think he will.
Yeah.
It's a good. I like that. At first, I wasn't really. I was thinking of retirement homes, but I like it.
Yeah. No, he's gonna play 22 games. He's still like I feel like people talk about Quick and they're like, oh, like he's so old, he's washed up. I think he was like basically Vesna like 2 years ago.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I mean. If you say he's going to play 22 games, he's could easily win 15 of those. Especially depending. I mean, he's a good goalie against any team he'll go against. Wouldn't be mad with him in net.
Yeah. I mean, literally last year he had not last year, the year before, like not this past year, the one before, he had a 9-1 save percentage, 2 shutouts, and a 2.59 goals against average.
Yeah, can't complain.
So, look, solid player. I'm surprised the LA gave him up, but yeah, I think that's all I really have for the Rangers.
Yeah, a lot.
I'm gonna run to the bathroom. I gotta pee so badly, and then we'll jump to Ottawa.
Okay.
I'll just keep it rolling. I feel like no one's even. If someone listened to this point, good for you.
We
But
appreciate
I don't
you.
think dedication seriously.
Yeah.
But I'll be right back.
Yeah. Aren't you sticking in headphones?
Oh, I just slammed into the door.
Sec. I want to try sticking in headphones to see if you can hear me better. Yo.
What up?
Yeah.
Yeah. We still have so many teams to get through. It's just stupid.
I know.
We have Winnipeg, Washington, Vegas, Vancouver, Toronto.
You can break this into two also.
I know, but we need to get through this because we have so many interviews to get through too. Blues. Honestly, we have like 8, 9, 10. We have 11 to get through. We could do like a minute each. We'd be out of here. Not that I'm rushing it, but a lot of these teams are pretty relevant.
Yeah.
So we should be out of here in like 15 minutes.
Yeah.
All right.
Cool.
Let's talk Ottawa. Pinto and this team. This is a young core. Honestly, a lot of hope, but I don't think getting rid of DeBrincat was the best move. Let's see, they grabbed. I'm trying to think. Oh, the Corpusal was a big signing. I mean, last year they grabbed. Who'd they grab for Chick Renchick was a great ad. I think this team has a lot of potential. Um, I don't know if they're getting in the playoffs this year. That Timmy Stutzel guy is unreal. Honestly, like,
Hamonic too. Do they
yeah,
have
I mean,
Hamonic already? Or he came from Calgary, no? Or
the Islanders signed him.
Islanders originally had him, and then I
Oh
think he
yeah.
went to Calgary, and I don't know if will be his first year on Ottawa or if he was there last year, but they signed him to another 2 years. He's a good
Oh yeah,
shutdown
he is.
defenseman. Um,
Yeah, honestly, I'm like looking at this team: Brandstrom, Hamonic, Zub, Sanderson, Chabot, and Chikrin. That T is pretty solid.
yeah, Chabot's huge
Um,
too. I love him.
even their forwards. I mean, Kubalik, Josh Norris, Batherson's their second line. Their first line's Brady Kachuk, Stutzel, and Giroux. Matthew Joseph, Pinto, and Ridley on third line. I mean, that's pretty solid. And who they have in net? Oh, Corpusal and Forsberg.
Corpus's
Honestly,
good. Yeah.
they're a fringe playoff team.
Yeah.
I just don't know who
It's-
they. There's too many good teams in the
That's the
East.
problem, dude. Like
I think it just
that's the
depends. We're gonna have to
problem.
see when the year kicks off.
That's how it is. It's like you said, a fringe team.
Mm-hmm.
Um, that's like a kind of wait and see type of team.
Yeah.
But I like them. I do like them.
Jason Day is tied for second right now in the Open separately.
Is he?
Yeah, but this Brian Harmon guy is having himself a year or a day. He's got a 5-stroke lead. Um, but yeah, no, I mean, look, I think they need to make some ads. Maybe just
That's what I was gonna say.
trying to think what they need a superstar. Tim Stutzel is like their superstar. They just need to maybe I don't even know. I mean, like the
Um,
truth is they don't really they just need to pad the offense, I think.
that's why, like you said, getting rid of DeBrinket, I don't necessarily agree with.
And staying healthy, I think is the other thing.
Yes. Yeah.
Which all of a sudden if the Devils don't stay healthy, I think a team like Ottawa could sneak in. Or Buffalo, if Tage Thompson gets hurt and Levi's
Yeah.
playing terrible in net, they might sneak in.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's a
Let's
tough
jump
thing.
to the Flyers. Keep the ball rolling.
Yeah, it's
Unless you have anything else.
Nope.
Um,
Flyers, I think, will be another. It's tough with the division they're in, but
yeah, I mean, look, they're not making playoffs.
No.
Made some old signings. They made some good trades. That's the one good thing. They got Briere at the GM, I think.
Yeah.
I forget what the trade they did, but they've made some good trades in the last few weeks. What do they do?
Kiefer Bellows.
They traded Kevin Hayes for a 6th round. Not their best move, but he didn't want to be there.
That's you got no choice. But
this one I think was a good move by them. They traded Provorov, and they got a lot. They got Cal Peterson, which is a great move. Sean Walker, a 2nd-round pick, a 1st-round pick, and a 2nd-round pick. So I think they got some good future with that.
give them a couple of years, yeah. That's
But
what
other than
I don't
that,
think they're playing for this next year.
yeah.
You know?
Honestly, suck. That's their game plan should be to suck.
Yeah.
That's all I really have for them.
Yeah.
And then this Penguins team, I did not realize they were buzzing
Yeah.
on the trade block. What do we think about them?
A lot of moves.
Dude, this team is legit.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now.
I
They
think
could be,
playoff
dude.
team. Oh, the goalie. If Jari plays
That's the
well.
goaltending. Because, that's...
I mean, they got Granlund. They grabbed Riley Smith from Las Vegas.
Mhm.
Brian Russ, Malkin, Lars Eller, Carter. They got Bichari from
Crosby, obviously.
Toronto. Yeah, I mean, Gensel. I think it's a playoff
Gensel.
team.
But it's another thing. Got to stay healthy.
Yeah, it's a health game, and that's the short answer. And the goalie thing, that's a team that I think needs to sign a Swayman. They need
Yeah.
to sign a Vegemelka, like a last second trade. Um, but otherwise, a pretty solid team.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have much else to say there. I don't think they
No.
have any big. I mean, they lost Nick Bonilla to the Rangers, but they backfilled that with Achari. I think other than that, not really much else.
No.
So let's jump to
Sharks.
the shot. Yeah, I mean,
Blackwood signs 2 years.
Ryan Carpenter. I mean, they really don't.
No, I don't.
This team's irrelevant.
Yeah.
They're about as relevant as it gets.
Yeah.
They grabbed Will Smith from the draft. He's gonna be really good.
He's gonna be good. Yeah. But he's not like a player that's gonna come and turn franchise around. No.
I think just suck right now. Like that's what they need to do. They need to suck as bad as they can. Get as many go trade Erik Karlsson. Get your draft picks, and yeah, just tank for fucking. I don't even know who the next year's draft is, but tank.
Just do it.
That's all I got. I have nothing else for them.
No.
You got anything else?
No.
All right, we got the Kraken. I didn't realize they signed Yamamoto. That is a sick addition. He's been slept on the Oilers just because all those good players.
It's another underrated player.
For sure. No, I like that. The Kraken are fun. They're exciting.
Yeah.
Everyone's sleeping on my guy, Jared McCann. Love that guy. 40-goal year last year.
He's good. Dumoulin.
I just see this team. Yeah, this might be the best 4 lines of hockey in the league. And they have 4 second lines. That's the best way to put it.
Yeah.
I think this is the way hockey should be. To just kind of plug and chug. Vegas kind of did it because they don't really have a true superstar in Vegas. They just had a better 4 lines than Seattle, and the D could really use a little bit of help. And if Grubauer plays like he did at the end last year, it'll be awesome. 2 takeaways, I think. Got to get the D pad that D a little bit, and then maybe grab a more veteran goalie. But I think it's a really solid team. There's not much to say. Do you have anything else?
No, there's not much to say about them.
Yeah, I mean, Dumoulin, they grabbed Bellery
for a spot, I think, but
yeah. Oh, they locked up Vince Dunn. That was a great ad.
Yeah, 4 years.
Oh, they got rid of Donato. Dude, Ryan Donato, people were sleeping on him. I was pumping his tires in the last year. Really solid player. He went to Chicago, actually.
It's a good time for Chicago.
Yeah. He's going to be really solid. I think he fit in with the Kraken well, and I think he'll fit in well Chicago. I forget where he was before, but he never really got that showing, and I think he's going to be pretty good.
I agree.
Then we got the Blues, who I don't even know what the fuck they're on. They were so good 2 years ago.
Yep.
Last year, they're kind of relevant. What are we thinking?
I think it's another shit box. I don't think they'll do much this year.
I mean, they grabbed Kevin Hayes, which he's a great player. He was an all-star last year.
Oh.
I mean, I'm looking at their roster. It's good. Just not, unreal.
Yeah.
But, I mean, the thing is, too, with, these rosters, they have all these key pieces that could put together a really good team. So, I think it just depends on the year. If new players are clicking, they could be a fringe playoff team.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
it's tough, though.
Don't really have much else.
No.
The Lightning, they've been making a lot of moves, a lot more than I would expect.
Johansson.
Yeah, they grabbed Johansson.
No.
They re-signed John Archibald, Connor Sheary. I mean,
Sheary, love him.
They lost Killorn. They lost Maroon. They lost Belmarie.
I still think they'll be really good.
Yeah, I mean that team is just the core is so solid.
Yeah.
They're
So
a
much
playoff team, man.
experience.
They just won't
Yeah.
not.
Yeah, they can, so much
I don't know what
experience on
else
that
to say
team.
with them.
I'd be very surprised if they don't do what they usually do.
Unless there's some crazy injury.
Yeah. I mean, that's Stamkos has had injuries in the past, so if he could stay healthy, Cooch, if he could stay healthy, but
Yep. And also
that's
Gustafson from Toronto went to the Rangers too. That was a good addition.
oh yeah,
Speaking
oh
of,
yeah.
but yeah, speaking of Toronto, I have no idea what this team should be like. I assume pretty solid.
Though I feel like they're going to be a regular season demons. They'll be really good, I think, in the season. It's just like it's a talk like every year. Well, they added Reeves, so they added a little bit of grit, which I like.
They grabbed
Bertuzzi,
Klingberg too.
Lanier. I seen that Domi.
Yeah, they grabbed Domi. That was a big ad. They grabbed
Mm-hmm.
Bertuzzi. Matty Nice to be
Bertuzzi.
back and ready to go.
Yeah, they could be
I
really
don't know if
good.
Nylander will be there though.
Honestly,
That's the big thing.
I think they'd be all right without him, though. They still got enough.
He was their best player in playoffs this year for
Yeah.
sure.
But I mean,
And their goaltending kind of blows.
that's been the talk of the town for a couple of years now. If they can make a run for like a Swayman, be huge. But like you said too, they've got these big guys signed to so much money to where it's like you gotta get somebody's gotta go soon. Whether it's Nylander, like they can't sign
What about
Nylander for what he's asking.
trade Nylander to the Bruins, get Swayman, and like throw in something else? I don't know.
Yeah, like a draft pick.
That's
or
what I think you
something.
do. I think you trade him. Trade Nylander.
You got to get something for him. Can't just let him walk.
Yeah. I don't know.
That's all I got.
I guess let's jump to Vancouver. I mean, we're kind of slowing up here. Vancouver's been really fucking irrelevant.
Yeah.
I literally have nothing. They need to trade. I don't know. Sell the team. Basically, I couldn't.
Complete rebuild.
They're basically doing a half-assed rebuild. I think they need to get rid of. They need to trade Quinn Hughes. Poor Quinn Hughes is stuck there by himself.
Oh my god, yeah.
He's one of the best defensemen in the league, and he needs to go somewhere and get some attention.
Yeah.
And then you got the fucking Golden Knights. I don't know. Fucking
We're gonna be
drinking their beer, celebrating.
Yeah, I think they'll be a wagon again. I'd be surprised if they don't make another run for it.
Yeah, they're fucking unreal.
They haven't really done really shit this offseason, but
They don't need
they
to.
have
They
to.
don't change
Yeah.
a thing.
They don't. Yeah, don't change a thing, dude. Yeah, you're right.
But yeah, so the Caps. I have no idea what to expect of this Capitals team. Like, no clue what to expect. What do you think?
Pacioretty 1 year with Caps?
Yeah, but he can't stay healthy.
No.
I mean,
I
I
think
think
old. I mean, they're still gonna be good. I mean, I don't know. I think they're a fringe playoff team.
yeah.
But
And Backstrom's gonna be. He got surgery. He's back healthy.
yeah,
I think basically just feed fucking OV goals, let him break
that's been the
Gretzky's
game plan
record.
for how long? Yeah, let them break it. But that's what it makes you scared that that's what the team's gonna play for. Go OV's record and not the real goal. But
I mean, it makes you scared as a Capitals fan. It's cool for the NHL thing. We're excited.
no, I know, but that's what I meant from a Caps point of view.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean that would be. So that's a once in a lifetime type of thing to see Gretzky's record get broken. I mean,
Yeah, we might have to go boots on the ground in DC for a game.
that'd be dope.
It's not too far from South Carolina.
Nah, I don't know. I'd love to. I think I saw him play like one time against the Isles a while back, but didn't really appreciate the greatness back then,
Oh, speaking of, well, not anywhere near that, but there's where I play beer league hockey. One of the two rinks is just this. It's like the Edge. I told you it's shitty,
Uh,
but they got this little rink next to it. This is not even a full size rink, but next to it they have a rink for like a 3v3 league.
okay.
And bro, they have these kids come out that are just unreal. They're all like pros. Like
Yeah. It's like
did I say
icebergs
this
kind
last
of.
ep?
Uh,
Did I talk about this last episode?
I'm not sure. I don't remember. I know you talked about the rink. I don't know if you talked about them now.
Yeah, but they're nasty. Like these like defensemen in the NHL were there. I can't think of his name. On the Blue Jackets, he was there. A bunch of AHL players, East Coast players. There's a lot of good talent here in South Florida.
Mhm.
Surprisingly, I guess people are just here for the summers, but I don't know why you'd come here in the summer unless you're from here. It
Yeah.
is fucking unbearably hot.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's jump to Capitals. I have no idea, but let's jump to the who's next? Oh, it was Andrew Peak. That's who I was thinking of. He was down there playing, ripping it up. We got the Jets. I don't have the fucking slightest idea with this team either.
No. I don't.
They grabbed Nemistikov. They grabbed Sandberg, Barron, Villari. I don't even know. Like, they're losing a bunch of players.
I think they'll be
No
in
one
the
really
middle.
wants to be in Winnipeg, which I don't understand because from what I hear, Winnipeg's got some of the baddest girls.
And not to mention like that rink, like their whiteout games that they do and stuff. Like it's like insane playoff atmosphere there. But
Everyone's like, oh, it's so like there's nothing nearby, but like, yeah, there's nothing nearby. You are the fucking center of attention.
yes,
Like,
yeah, you'd think.
and like, bro, you're making millions. Like, go spend your summer wherever the fuck you want. You want to go to fucking New York for your summers. You want to go to Minnesota for your summers, somewhere in the Midwest. Like,
Yeah,
dude, you just have to spend there. And also, wait, you're traveling every fucking week.
you're in
anyway.
every city, dude. Yeah,
I don't know. I mean, granted, I'm not an NHL player, so
No.
I don't feel that. But like, I know like Buffalo, like players love like coming back to Buffalo to play,
yeah.
and it's like their summers are awesome in Buffalo,
Winters
and like
brutal.
winters suck obviously, but the Sabres are the shit there, and the Bills and your
Yes.
buddy. I know like a lot of the Bills players
Oh,
go to the Sabres games and vice versa.
yeah.
I would love that. I would love to play for the Sabres. I think that's
Hell
way
yeah.
underrated.
Hell yeah.
So
I
I think that kind of gets through teams. Any last thoughts before we kind of wrap it up?
I'm excited for the season. It needs to come already. Need some more stuff to talk about with that.
Hell yeah.
Can't wait.
Oh, and we got a bunch of interviews coming up. Before I wanted to bring up Gabe Perreault. This is the guy the Rangers drafted. He fell to what, 18th, I think? Or 19th, whenever the Rangers picked.
Mhm.
And this guy is gonna be, I don't understand like how he fell so low because he set the single season record for the national team last year.
Yeah.
I forget who he surpassed. Oh, he just surpassed Austin Matthews. How the fuck does he fall to
insane.
18th?
It's insane. I don't know. Scouts must be seeing something right now. But like that's just anyone who's breaking the record, that record is you gotta be good. I mean,
Yeah, he surpassed Jack
That's
Hughes and
another-
Austin Matthews. What?
Rangers are just getting steals back left and right, dude.
Like, this guy's gonna be unreal. He's 17 also. Like, I think he's gonna go play a year. I think he's going to BC. Dude, this BC team,
And that, yeah. What a college
they're
to
like
go to.
this. They're gonna win the national championship next year.
Think so? Yeah.
Their roster is like, I think they have 7 first rounders or something. I'm trying to think. Let me look. I don't know if they're on this roster now. The Powell brothers.
Mm-hmm.
Marshall Warren. Why do I fucking know that name?
I don't know much about
Laurel.
college hockey.
No, but I think he's from New York. I wonder, where's Laurel Hollow? Yeah, he's a Cold Spring Harbor kid. I was gonna say, I feel like we played against him.
What's his name?
Marshall Warren.
Ain't no way he played for Cold Spring Harbor, I can tell you that. We used
No,
to
he was
tear
in the
them up.
fucking.
He was in the development camp by then.
He went to the. He got selected by Minnesota. He played New Jersey Avalanche for a while. He went to Portland. Yeah, he's literally a
Makes
Locust Valley kid.
Yeah, that's sick.
I
Love to see
feel
people
like I
from
played
the
against
island.
him, but the rest of this team. Trying to think who else. Bunch of New Yorkers on this BC team.
Yeah, it's cool.
Fuck, I don't know all these drafts. Oh, Cutter Gaudier, a Scottsdale guy. He got drafted. He was nasty. Um, some mass guys. I mean, I can't think of the names, but this team, they had. I know Cutter Gauthier. He went like 10th overall, I think,
Mm.
and he was saying he's like all the buddies from like yeah national development. All the national
Yeah,
development guys that were like top tier, they all went there. So like they're gonna be sick.
that's so cool.
But no, I mean, look, it's gonna be a good year this year. I'm really excited.
Hell yeah.
I'll have to get your picks after this. But anything else? There was one other thing I wanted to bring up. Oh, Tarasenko. Where the fuck is Tarasenko gonna go? Is he gonna re-sign with the Rangers or go elsewhere?
I would. Yeah, I mean, if take a little bit of a pay cut, just take a 1 year, see what you can do with that team. I mean, there's a lot of big names, a lot of skill on that team. Like we said earlier, there's no reason the Rangers shouldn't make a run for the cup this year. So,
Yeah, no, I agree.
I mean, and anywhere, I mean, unless he gets a great offer with another good team, like no really high standard team's gonna pay him like that. I feel like, but if he's
Yeah,
gonna go somewhere and get paid, it's gonna be a middle of the barrel team to where he's risking making playoffs or even making a run for it. Like the Rangers should make a run for it. So I would at least a 1 year, take maybe like I don't know. I wouldn't
one by
maybe
2.5 or something.
yeah, something. I mean, it's tough though.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
no, big year ahead. Think that's all. Kind of wrap it up and stay tuned for more good content.
Yeah.